Injector, anyone? I'll give you a minute to finish laughing. Hi, this is Steve with Rogers Bait Addiction, back with another uh, example of my obsession. Injectors. A lot of people making them. But how many do you really need? One could be argue that you only need one. Some could argue, well, a dual injector is great. A three, a, a triple injector, I have to tell you, kudos to the guys who have mastered them. I have not been able to master them. But I'm going to go through my evolution of injectors, and then I'm going to give you my opinion, my personal preference of the injectors that I currently have at hand. Now, my first injector, and I hope I remember this correctly, was these two, or no, I'm sorry, was this one right here. And I think this is a bass tackle injector. It's a good volume. I think it's 10 ounces. It's got good action. Kudos to them. It's well made. It's a bit heavy for what it is, but it's a good injector. Then I decided I needed a dual injector. So I ended up with another bass tackle, and I got myself a dual injector. Again, I think these are 10-inch or maybe 8 ounces each. Well made. These things are, if you look at how thick the wall is on these, it's stout. And, kudos to them. They make a good injector. Okay, then I decided, well, I wanted something a little smaller for the smaller runs. So I went and I got a couple of these. And I think, and I could be wrong, but I think these are N2. I could be wrong. I don't remember. But I got a smaller one for smaller single and a smaller dual for smaller. Then, this is the single injector that I probably ended up using the most. I like it. I believe it's made by N2. I like the slenderness of it. It is a little tall. When you get one, some of the larger molds, you're reaching way up here. I have noticed when I shoot a video that it's difficult to get it in frame, but to be honest with you, most everybody knows how to do an injector. Then I covered the small one. Then Angling AI came out with this insulated injector. I bought into it with the mixing block that fastens to it. They have these, for those of you that are not familiar, they have this insulated PVC type insulation in them to help make your plastisol not set up as quickly. What I don't like about these is, I don't know if you can see that, they're very fragile. I don't know, I hit it against something, put a little dent in it. Obviously it probably happened when I didn't have this cap on it. And then these nipples are hard, in my opinion, to get started back on it. It's a fine thread. The other thing that I found on this is I've got to break it down and clean it quite often because of the liners start slipping in it. But, that's me. That's on me. Mixing boxes. Whenever you get well, let's go over this triple one. This triple one, I've never been successful with it. I'll probably, it's locked up on me. I got to take it apart. and try to repair it, get it functional. And I almost don't want to sell it because I don't want anybody to end up with it, because it was very difficult for me to master. And, you know, might be me. Mixing blocks. Had to have a C block. Grandson wanted to see how blending things would work with a C block, so we bought into a C block. The other dual injectors that we purchased, each time we purchased one, it would come with a mixing block. So that's how we acquired more mixing blocks. Another dual injector, another mixing block. Then Adam at SDG came up with an excellent idea. I think if I recall, I was one of the first to get one of these. I couldn't wait to get my hands on this, and this did eliminate the problem of getting where you would create a dam if you were doing multi-cavity, because you could then, well, here, let me demonstrate. Hold on a minute. I got a whipwad here, but hopefully you can see this. Let me check. Yeah, you can see this. Traditionally, on these other mixing blocks, to shoot a multiple cavity like this, you would go like this, and your belly would be to the back or to the front, depending on how you oriented it. The nice thing about Adam's block is that it has a divider plate in it, and now you could set the mixing block and shoot this way, and it would divert your plastisol to the correct orientation. For instance, I like my belly to the back, so the belly here would always be on this side, and it would put the bottom color to the back and the top color to the front. This was an excellent idea. Kudos to Adam and N2 Manufacturing for coming up with this. Probably was and still on occasion one of my favorite mixing blocks. There's my evolution of injectors. Now, what has become my favorite is this baby right here. This particular injector is a tank. It's lightweight, but look at the caliber of the workmanship on this thing. You can see how thick the aluminum is. He sends it out, has it, I forget what the term is, iodized, or I'm not a salesman, obviously, for them, but I got to tell you, this is my favorite injector. And likewise, his mixing block has become my favorite mixing block. And the reason it's become my favorite mixing block is it does everything that you need. Going back to my example here, if I need to shoot a color left to right, I can shoot it left to right. If I need to go back and shoot it front to back, I can shoot a colors front to back. And because of the design, the way it's designed right here, there's no chance that you're going to create a damming effect so that you're closing up the sprue from drawing as your plastisol cools. Now, who makes this? QMI. If you're not familiar with them, I'll put a link in the description. The reason I'm doing this video is somebody asked if I would do it, if I would feature this. And it was real easy for me to say, boy, have I got an example of not necessarily mistakes, but the evolution that I have made. And, I got a lot of money tied up here. What are we thinking? $1,000 maybe? There's probably $1,000 sitting there. That's a lot of money to figure out what you're going to finally end up with. And part of it was, had this been available in the beginning, I probably wouldn't have spent that. But this is the evolution. Is somebody going to come out with something that's going to be more superior to this? Maybe. I don't know. But they're going to be hard pressed, because the quality, the craftsmanship, the fit and finish of this injector is, unsurpassed. I think it's well worth the money. And everything I've seen from this company, it's a good value. So that's my opinion. I won't quote exactly what my grandfather used to say, but opinions are like something. Everybody's got one. Well, this one is mine. This is Steve with Rogers Bait Addiction and RogersBaits.com. I appreciate your time, and please be kind.